Yeah, so you're going to show us your Bayliner. So what year and what make and model is this thing?
This is a 2047 Bayliner, and 47 water line and about 55 overall length with the big anchor line out there. And the two flags are for Des Moines Yacht Club and the fact that I'm a Vice Commodore. And
congrats.
Yeah.
Why don't you show us around this boat?
Now just follow me. And
so it's about 50 feet,
yeah,
technically?
No, it's 55 overall, but that 47 water line. And it's 15.3 beam. And because it's pretty short here, you got a lot of room inside, which is one of the benefits of the Bayliner. It's a fairly lightweight boat. And
well, let's go check it out.
yeah, and when I bought the boat, the guy put a hardtop on the top made out of aluminum piping. The nice thing about this boat is that, when you're ready, the nice thing about this boat is that the swim steps got a lot of room on it. Stepping on board. I've added those things because I tend to back up and want to hit the dock.
I can see it.
Yeah. The power for this boat is fairly complicated. It allows 50 amp input to one section, or you can split it into two 30 amp inputs or one 30 amp input, and I'll show you the control thing up forward. And then the cockpit, which is really great. One of the main things why we bought this boat was because we love the cockpit, and you can step right in and carry your stuff in without having to climb up a bunch of ladders and stuff. And on each side we have storage for, you know, waxes
goodies
and things we need. And then there's three big hatches right here, as you can get at the engine room area. And I'll just show you one of them here. Where the generator's located. Here. That's a generator. It's a 12 kW generator. It'll operate the whole boat. And the boat came with water makers on it, which I took off. Don't use it because we get 170 gallons of water on board. And so for most of my trips, I don't need to have extra water, and all the marinas around the Sound have water available. Going forward into the lounge, and this is the nice thing, we just step right into the lounge area. It's got a very nice size lounge and a table that opens up really. So we've had up to 8 or 10 people in here playing cards or partying or whatever, which makes it nice. And under each seat there's storage forward. And there I got a compressor and drills and, you know, all the tools you might need. And then there's more storage back there. And this I took from my old boat. The carver I used to have for that.
Yeah, big salon area.
Yeah, it really is nice. And then we come to the underneath where you're standing. There are two hatches that allow you to get directly into the engine room, which are kind of hard to get at. I got to admit, that's the weakness of the Bayliner is the size of the engine room, and I'll show you that in a minute. And then as we walk into here, here's the galley. Very handy, double sinks. Full-size refrigerator or medium-size refrigerator, electric stove, and it operates pretty well, and a trash compactor. And though, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
And
got a lot of storage.
Yeah, under here, you know, there's silverware storage and a whole bunch of stuff. You can keep, and more storage underneath the sink. 110 outlets there. And then here, an ice maker. Now, the boat normally comes with a great big ice maker. It pumps out tons of ice. This makes ice in about 10 minutes. And then a full-size microwave. What more do you need? Good grief. And then here, up here is where our dish cabinet is, where we keep our, you know, the dishes and that kind of thing. I mean, this is designed for ladies. I mean, I'm telling you, it's perfect.
And you got a bar over here, which is cool.
A little bar over here, and underneath here we can have, you know, keep our liquor and whatever. I built that so we could hold the bottles upright. Yeah, in here. And this is the original ice maker, which never did quite work right, so I just keep it a place to store extra stuff for now.
Gotcha.
There.
Cool.
And then here is really cool because it's got all my DVDs and CDs and so forth, and there's a 5 DVD player in there and a huge amplifier that you play music throughout the boat and all that. Well, that's kind of handy.
Yeah, then you got a TV there, obviously, down here.
This TV, and it uses track vision, which goes at direct TV, so I have all the channels, local and nationwide, right there. So
Pretty cool.
yeah, what more can you want? Right here, on this particular boat, there are 3 hydrophonic heaters, which will either air condition or heat, and they really put out a lot of heat. And this is the main one on I use, and it'll kick out enough heat, a lot of heat, and when you need it, or cool, and you need that. Of course, you don't need that much in the Northwest, and all that. They're back there, and let's go on up to the Pilothouse. Or do you want to go down to the?
Well, let's go. We can go see down here real quick.
Okay. This is This is one of the reasons why we really like the Bayliner, is because a lot of the Pilothouse boats, you have to go down into the main staterooms from the Pilothouse, which means there's a big steep stairways getting down to get to the heads. And here there's just 4 steps to the guest stateroom in here. And it's got, you can close up the door. It's got a little closet area and drawers for stuff, and here too. And you can plug in a 110 volt heater, music, you name it. You got it.
Nice.
And then right next to it here is our aft head.
Got some lights.
Yeah, I'll turn the lights on here for you. Here. And uses vacuum flush heads, which use fresh water and all that, and a lot less stink to them. And then this is a hot shower, stand-up shower, little sit-down area in it, plenty of room.
Oh yeah, that's cool. Yep. Wow. Pretty slick.
And a lot of room for the ladies and the guests that store their stuff in the. Oh, okay.
Then the master back here, huh?
Yeah, but down below right here is a full-size vacuum cleaner. Like you'd have in your house.
Oh wow.
And the thing really pumps out. I mean, you can vacuum the whole place up to the upper deck. Big hoses and stuff. So that's cool. Then over here is a washer dryer.
Oh yeah. Got any lights in the hallway?
Well, a little bit. Let's see if I can get
Not really.
going.
But we get the idea.
There, enough to keep you from stumbling on your face.
But that's cool. Washer and dryer, fantastic.
Yeah, and people use it when they're really up north in Canada. We haven't used it hardly at all, but meh. And then the master stateroom, the big one, here. And normally on the Bayliner they have a wall that comes this way and this way. So this area here becomes a 3rd stateroom.
Gotcha.
And this makes into 2 bunks. I think you remember one night you spent a night there. And underneath there's more storage and all that. But I use this to store junk in the meantime. And we only don't use it. Yeah. And then here.
So you took the wall out then?
Yeah, because, we don't need a 3rd stateroom. Then over here is a large closet area. Here. And here. Drawers and stuff like that. Yeah, so we got plenty of storage there. And then over here is the main, let me turn the lights on for you. Is the master stateroom bath and a full tub there and shower and all that.
Wow.
You can stand up in. And so it's very comfortable.
Yeah, it's nice.
Okay. And then here's a kind of another closet area. Store my stuff and drawers and things like that for the heaters and so forth. And also in this master stateroom, I've got video over here that hooks into the TV system, so I can get direct TV here if I want, or play a DVD on that.
Very cool.
Plus more storage over here to store stuff. I mean, you can never have enough storage.
That's right.
And of course, there's a bunch of drawers under here for more. And underneath this is where all the water tanks are, underneath the main bed here. And it's pretty comfortable. There's two hatches there, so you can be cool in the sound when you need to, or not. And then forward, where that mirror is where the anchor line is. So you clean that all out. We're now going to go to my favorite part. This is where I can hang out and everybody else can be down here partying and I can be up there taking a nap. And so this is the Pilothouse, and the neatest place. And then to your right, I'll start over here with this. This is the electronics cabinet with all the breakers and things. So and this boat is equipped with an inverter, which is worth 2,000 amps, and it'll run everything just off batteries. You can run all your electric stuff. You can run your TV and all that. So you don't, even without the generator on that. And then as we work our way around here, this is my tool drawer. You never have enough tools. And then the navigation system is Garmin. I don't know if you want to take the covers off of, but it's chart plotters, and they are really handy with radar, sound systems, you know, depth sounders and stuff like that. Throttles are here. This is the gear system over here, and then the autopilot is that Ray Marine, which is nice but you got to keep your eye on the water on all that. Basic controls for operating the boat. And then here's my chair for driving. And then on the port side, this comes out and that comes out, so you can get through that door if you're going to park the boat on the port side. Underneath here is more storage, and underneath there's more storage, and then up here too, just in case. And if I ever get back into fishing, we can put our poles up on this. I did install a backup camera, but really doesn't help me much backing up. I run into stuff anyway. So
it's the thought that counts.
Huh?
The thought that counts, right?
Yeah, yeah. Then to get out here and sit down the fenders and all that. This is the front deck. Charlene sitting there on our front seat and so forth. And that's the winch system. Under here, this is the washdown for the anchor system.
Oh yeah.
And which I almost never anchor out. I'm chicken for that. One of the things is it'd be nice to do is to shorten this up, so we don't have to pay so much at moorage. When they pay you, charge you every
That would
foot.
be good.
Yeah. And then of course this upper bridge will go there next. That's the power line. The ones that are laying loose there are the 50 amp system, which I have at the Thai Marina. And when I've only got 30 amps, I hook that into the one side, and I can switch it so it takes care of both circuit breakers. And I can run 30 amps, but I can't run the heating system at the same time I run, let's say, the microwave oven, because it'll blow a breaker. So you just got to be careful what you're using when you're only on 30 amps. And so that works. And now the next thing is up is our Flybridge, which I really don't use that much. And we just recently had this covers put on it, So in the summer you can get up here and stay warm or take a nap or whatever. And underneath here, I don't have any navigation instruments up here, but all the controls for, they got Sirius XM on the radio here, along with the depth sounders, and they that's the Coast Guard radio, you know, for that. I did have AIS installed on the boat, which is a methodology of transmits what your location are to other boats that have AIS on it. And then underneath here, underneath both these seats, there's a whole bunch of storage. I store a lot of the canvas under there, and electrical cables and all that kind of thing on that. So
and then you got your dinghy back here.
Yeah, the dinghy's back here, and a bar here with a refrigerator underneath, and that's where I keep my beer. And here's some electrical stuff that I hook into the battery maintainers for the dinghy. And
you got a step down ladder here, obviously. You can open that up.
Yeah, you can get up through that way or up through this way. But one of the nice things about the Bayliner is that you notice there's 4 steps up to get into the Flybridge and 3 or 4 steps up to get to the Pilothouse. And so it's so much simpler to get up and down, and especially if you go to the bathroom or something. And I guess the only negative thing is on the davit here is so hard to turn. It's kind of the poor design. And
oh, really?
I had the thing rebuilt for a whole bunch of money. It's still really hard to turn. But it does launch the boat. It works. It just makes me work at it. And then the guy I bought the boat from installed this metal top, and that's kind of nice because it creates a really a good environment inside. And
gotcha.
so it's pretty nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't think of anything else. Yeah. Okay. Now we'll head down to the engine room, which is really difficult to get in and out. That's one of the negative things. Okay, now here's the access to the engine room from the inside the boat, and I hope you don't have bad knees. But anyway, you get down in here. Let me stick it down in there.
I haven't got it yet, but I deserve one.
And so down here I've got a bunch of tool kits and stuff. And then there's if you can get it down here. Can you see?
Yep.
Okay, and again, the engine room is this. Here's this door here. So you want to check the oil. You can see that it's a little awkward in here. You got to crawl on your belly down there. One of the lights isn't working, but to get at the oil, so you need a flashlight and a rag, and check the oil for both the transmission and the engines. And these engines are 370 Cummins, which are pretty good engines, and these got about 1,500 hours on them. And they at full speed, I'm burning about a gallon a mile, which isn't too bad for a boat this size. And then, so every year I have somebody else come down here and change the oil, though there is an oil changer system on it. And then I have them add cam guard into the engines, which is most people have never heard of, but it'll add about 20% engine life, particularly on the engines that sit for a while before, using this boat will sit a month before I go back out in it. So using the cam guard, it coats the bearings and the camshafts and stuff with material, and so that when you start up, you're not wearing out the engines.
And do you have a light down there, Dad, in the engine room?
I don't. I mean,
Okay.
I do, but if for some reason it's not working right now.
Okay.
I'm probably need a new light bulb or something.
So not much we can really see. Can't really.
Yeah. If you want to grab a flashlight up there, I can turn
Okay, hang on a
put me
second.
on. Yeah, the fuel controls for the generator and the left and right engine. You can, have a return fuel, go to the other tank or whatever you want to do. So you can run from any tank and so forth. And that works. That works pretty good. This boat tends to lean to the left because all the batteries and stuff are on the left side along with the dinghy. Okay, let me see if I can get turned around here without killing myself.
There you go. And it's
Okay.
going.
I got it. We're now looking at the Cummins engine here, and there's oil over there, and all the way into the back, there's the starboard engine and oil there, and it's really tough. You have to lay on your back and to get at the oil change and so forth, and all of the different things. This thing also has turbines in it, and they are expensive to replace, but they do add another 60 horsepower overall. The engines are relatively efficient, and these are in pretty good shape. And then, of course, into the back, we get to the generator area and the different input water systems with the that over there is a filtering system that will keep most of the crud going in the engine. So far, I've never picked up any. And over here is a system that runs the hydronic systems, and it pumps out water, and then goes to 3 of them, and then they pump it, and it'll heat and cool all 3 staterooms. So that's how that works. That's my toolkit. And there is my son.
There's me.
Yeah.
All right. That's the engine room. Is the engine room?
Access. Yeah, no. So it's hard to work on stuff and fix things, which I can do, but right now I just spend a couple $1,000 a year and have somebody go down there once a year and go through all the oil filters and all that stuff. So makes it a lot simpler. And then probably every 2 or 3 years they're gonna have to pull a boat out to get the crud off the bottom. And though I am considering this new sonic system that supposedly keeps it off, so we'll see. I'm gonna do some checking on that. And so.
But overall, you enjoy the boat.
Oh, for sure.
And you've got 2. So what are the power plants? What do you get for gas mileage? What's it hold for fuel?
Well, it holds 440 gallons of fuel.
These are diesel.
220 on the side, and diesel fuel. And this at hull speed, which is about 9 knots, 8.5 to 9 knots, it's burning 1 gallon per mile, roughly, 8 to 9 gallons an hour. So then I run it primarily at hull speed because what the heck, we're out here boating, right? And I'll speed it up and take it up to about 18 knots just to get stuff off the bottom and some of the stuff off the shaft for a little while. Because on the diesel engines, you need to run them up hard for a little while just so they wear right. And then, but most of the time it's just at hull speed, and that's fine. Pretty efficient. And so that'll be it.
All right. Thanks, Dad. Thanks for the tour.
Yep.